Shalom and good day all. This is Tehillim29 back again for a DC and an Indie and Marvel review. And in this Indie and Marvel review, I'll be covering Brian Michael Bendis's Powers issue 6 and also Side Dimensional Rivals issue 2. I'll now get things ready and organized for the first one that I'll be reviewing. So, first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? In some essence, it sort of does, to which I give it a 7 out of 10. Next is the area of the internal art, as we have a look around the beginning, the middle, and of course the end, and also what's happening story-wise with the characters. So, as the story begins, we are introduced to a couple of characters. We have Archie and Simmons having a bit of a discussion here, and this really comes across a lot like a filler issue. So as we start to jump towards the middle of the story, we do meet up with Detective Cutter plus Detective Moon, and also what is happening here in relation. So we're getting flashbacks to the past as well as seeing some of the things that are happening in the present, and last but not least, towards the end. For the internal art, I give it a 7 out of 10. Next is the area of the story, to which the story rating consists of time, location, and cast. First things first, do we get anything time-wise? We certainly do. For time-wise, we have yesterday being addressed, which is actually brought up a couple of times within the story, today, and also now. Next is the location. We never really learn the location where some of these events are taking place, which I think is a real bummer as it takes away from the story. Next is the cast of characters consisting of Archie, Sims. There was actually someone else that was mentioned there. Detective Moon, Dina Pilgrim, and of course Detective Cutter. My overall rating for this story is a 6 out of 10. Now it's time to move into Side Dimensional Rivals issue 2. So as we start to move into Side Dimensional Rivals issue 2, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? It certainly does, to which I give it a 7 out of 10. Next is the area of the internal art, as we have a look around the beginning, the middle, and of course the end, and also what's happening story-wise with the characters. So, as the story begins, we follow the character of Sai, to which she has sort of like taken up the appearance of what looks to be Psylocke in this story. And I find it really interesting, as I'm wondering if Sai herself might have a genetic connection to her. Even though it's a bit hard to work that out or not. It's just the way how Peach Momoko's bringing the story across. And is it even possible that Sai herself might even have a slight connection to the psychic flames that she's able to turn into a blade or whatever else as well? As we jump towards the middle of the story, we advance to a new location to which she has been teleported to via a portal. And of course, yes, it does appear to be a type of school, but which school is this meant to be? I think it would have been nice to know where this place was. But we do get an idea as to who runs the school, and we also know what Sai is looking for, which is a particular stone. For the internal art, I give it a 7 out of 10. Next is the area of the story. So first things first, do we get anything time-wise? The answer is no, we don't. Next is the location. We, of course, cover the locations of Japan, but it feels like a Japan of the past. But she's able to transport to she's able to go to certain dimensions. Next is, of course, the school, what we got to see in this particular issue, and that also does carry over in relation to other things that Peach Momoko has done in her stories. Next is the cast of characters consisting of Sai. We had Noran Rad, who is the Silver Surfer. We had Logan, who is her dog, who's sort of like the equivalent of her version of Wolverine. Of course, we had Galacto, or Galatako, Takahashi, to which she takes up the name in one of the portals she goes through. And of course, we see Loki. My overall rating for this story is a 6.5 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.